Hey, social studies teachers, we're going to take a look at the week of May 4th through 8th, which is the second week of Reconstruction. So we're going to look at this weekly sample slideshow that you can make a copy of and edit as you see fit for your students. And I always highly encourage you to make your own video to introduce the week to your students to give them those directions. And hopefully that cuts down on the questions that you get from students throughout the week. There's instructions here on how to do that. So the second week of Reconstruction is going a little bit deeper. Our guiding question being, how successful was Reconstruction in bringing the country back together, but also securing African Americans' freedom? So on Monday, we have a little social emotional learning kind of check-in, super important during this time to connect with your students. And then also on Monday, they're watching a Mr. Betts Fun parody video to kind of review what they've learned about Reconstruction. Notice they're going to choose 2 of the sentences to fill in based on what they saw in the video. And then on Tuesday, actually Tuesday through Thursday, they're going to be looking at some documents and deciding, was Reconstruction successful or unsuccessful? And once they've looked at those documents, they're going to create a meme. So I'll kind of show you what they're going to use in order to do that those 3 days, or however they want to space out their time. So on Tuesday, they're looking at African Americans in Congress. And they're going to watch this video. It's embedded directly into the slide. They can just make it full screen. And for this bar graph, the title is actually the name of the document. But there's a video right here that kind of walks them through how to read that bar graph, just as you would like in the classroom, walk them through how to read it. Now, ultimately, once they have looked at those 2 documents, they're going to decide just on what they've seen there, if it was successful or unsuccessful, highlighting one and typing their response here. Now on Wednesday, they have 2 more documents to look at, one on sharecropping. There's a video that kind of goes over that diagram. And again, make it full screen so they can see it. And also there's a primary source document for them to read, but I actually read it out loud, so it's a good accommodation really for all your kids. Then document C has a quick video over the black codes. Once they've viewed those 2 things, again, they're going to highlight just based off of those 2 documents and then type their response there for Wednesday. Now on Thursday, they're going to look back over what they put those last 2 days, and then they're going to decide which of these points of view they agree with the most. And they will create one meme based on that point of view. So they think it's successful. They're going to click on that one. Their instructions are right here, and they're only going to create a meme on this slide. And these 2 are text boxes, so they can literally just type whatever they want to put for their fun, creative meme there. You could tell kids that they could find their own image. I just put the image there because we know they could spend an hour just trying to find one image. So that's done for them, but you decide how you want to message that to your kids. Once it's school appropriate and the meme is done, then they're going to go here in the text box and finish the sentence. Now, let's say they went with the second point of view. It was not successful. They're just going to do the meme on slide 10. Same instructions there. If they think it was a little bit of both, might be more of a sophisticated response, then again, their instructions are there. Now, going back to the directions, maybe for pre-AP GT kids, you have them do 2 memes to kind of give that multiple perspective lens. That's Thursday's activity. So on Friday, there is a quizzes. I would suggest having kids review this Quizlet set first. This was actually part of the assignment last week to introduce them to Reconstruction. They could go through that and then actually take the quizzes. Now, this is an important teacher note. Make sure you delete this box before you assign it. But that link right there to the quizzes is the teacher link, not what you give to the students. So from this link, you can choose to assign it as homework. You can schedule when you want students to take it. And then this section right here will actually allow you to assign it through Google Classroom, which makes it super easy for you to assign grades and to keep track of grades on that assignment. So if you want instructions for how to integrate quizzes in Google Classroom, you can take a look at that link there. All right. Now, if you're someone that needs help with how to assign this in Google Classroom so that your students can see it, let me delete that. So I'm going to go to Create Assignment. Notice that I was in my classwork and not in my stream so that it's easier for my kids to access everything by week. I go to my Google Drive and I add the slideshow we were just on. Super important right here. Instead, you put make a copy for each student. That way every student has their own copy they can edit, and then you can assign it. I also highly suggest you give it a topic. Maybe you create a topic in your classwork that's just called May 4th through 8th. And that way it's really easy for you to communicate what assignments are where. All right, as always, thank you so much for everything you do. Always reach out if you have questions, and have a great week.